King Kane.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? So, alright. So we're off on the right foot. But today's Gems and Gaming is the art of apologizing. I could be wrong, but just from my perspective, apologizing is starting to seem like, or maybe not even starting to seem, maybe it's always been this way, but apologizing seems like starting to get more rare, at least in my experience in life. I don't really see many people talking about this or encouraging other people to apologize more often. And I only brought this up because, first off, I feel like I did this level before, but let's keep going. It's not looking good, but I feel like I did this before. I might need to see if there's a different, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I did the wrong save, but it really don't matter. I'm not doing well anyway, so I might as well do it. But Alright. So we're gonna figure this out. Am I gonna retry the level? No. I need to see if I'm in the correct map. But yeah, like I was saying, it's starting to seem a little bit more. That's the boulder. Yeah, I guess I am in the right joint. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, like I was saying, it's starting to seem like, people don't apologize like often, right? I know that sounds crazy, like really observe and think about your day to day, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't hear the words "I'm sorry" or "Hey, my bad" about X, Y, and Z, unless it's like for something really, really major where I'm really upset or someone is really upset, that I then hear the rhetoric about, "Oh, I'm sorry." But me, just thinking about just how I operate, I apologize often, like as a part of just how I interact with people. I'm not saying that I screw up often, but being human, you're never going to get everything right. You're never going to get everything perfect when you interact with people. And it took me a good portion of my life to just really start to just understand that because you're not always going to get along with people, there's going to be some things that you say that offend certain people, and I think it's like prideful to kind of get in the way of just feeling like, oh, just because someone's not understanding me, that doesn't mean that that I should apologize for anything. Which I don't get me wrong, I feel right. I feel that 100%. But with that type of attitude, then the bigger picture or the bigger thing for me is, how do I know that my pride or my arrogance, feeling like I shouldn't apologize just because I don't feel like I did anything wrong? How do I know that's not just really doing more harm than good? And what I mean by that is, where I will feel confident because, or I can go on about my day because I know I didn't do anything wrong and just keep it moving. Like, these people are the problem for feeling offended. How do I not know that that's not distracting from whatever message I really should be giving out, So I'll give y'all some stories. Y'all know me. I try to keep it as real as possible with you. Let's say something small like hooping, like playing basketball. What the? So when I'm hooping, I'm playing ball. Sometimes I get hype. I'm super competitive. Yeah. So if you talk trash to me, like on the court, I guarantee you, like you'll probably get a better version of me. For the most part, I'm just if I'm out there chilling, don't say anything to me. Like if I'm not really going ham or really trying hard hooping, then that's probably your safest bet. But if you say something to me, I'm getting hype. But I hoop at this private gym. Mostly everyone in there is 30 or up. I'm 31 today, and everyone in there is 30, probably 30 and up. So it's a lot of older men in there. So I'm really one of the youngest men in there, and I love that kind of basketball. It's super physical, not as fast paced. Which I honestly, what in the heck? Yo, I haven't even gotten to the first checkpoint. Hold on. I kind of, I like that. I like that brand of physical basketball. I like that physicality. Like, I enjoy that. But even though it's mad physical, it's a slower pace. No one's really. It's not that serious in there. Like, it's not like ultra competitive. Everyone is in there. Most other CEOs, entrepreneurs, high up corporate people, for the most part, like people just trying to go out and get some exercise, get away from their family for a little bit, and just live out their hoop dreams. And I enjoy that, right? Like we got a nice little culture in there. All the fellas are cool, and I appreciate that. But when they do talk trash, they talk trash, like we all do, especially me. Like I said, like when I get hyped, I'm hyped. So I'm in there, I'm hooping, obviously getting buckets. I don't care who doubts that. Obviously getting buckets. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But there's this list that came out in the gym. Top five hoopers, and I wasn't on it. So since then I've been on a revenge tour. So one day I'm talking mad smack to somebody who's on the list, and I wasn't saying anything crazy. Like, it's basketball. At least the fellas I hoop with aren't sensitive, so it is what it is. But I didn't feel comfortable with something that I said personally, and I don't want to rehash it out because, like I said, I didn't feel comfortable saying it then. I don't even want that rhetoric. Just recirculate it. So, I just text him after. Just let him know, like, yo, I was a little hyped. My bad. I hope you're good. And yeah, he laughed, chuckled a little bit, but he was like, nah, it's cool, man. I wasn't even thinking anything of it, but I do appreciate the fact that you reached out to apologize. That's a soft and light example, right, of a situation where it's all fun and games. And it's not that serious, but just the fact that someone reached out because they were thinking about them and hoping they weren't offended. The moral of that story is that it's still appreciated, right? It doesn't have to be a major incident to apologize. The reason I think it's important to learn from that story is because even though it's like light, and oh my goodness, bro, I promise, like today the cameras and controls is mad like sensitive today, but it's cool. I'm about to speed run through this. I done did it 4 times. I know I can at least get to the first checkpoint. My goodness. When you wait for something major to happen, like what if I told you like a really, really difficult story, right? A really difficult story to accept. I don't know, like I hit somebody or something, whatever. Something like that. That is you don't want to wait for a situation like that where some people feel like it's some people feel like it's difficult to come back from. Like you don't want that to be the case. So I think it's great to apologize when it's not, when it's a point of no return, because at that point, like, why, then it doesn't seem sincere, and then also you haven't had any practicing apologizing for real. Like, I just treat, they say play how you practice, right? And if you're not practicing apologizing, oh my god, if you're not practicing apologizing or practicing, considering others, then it's gonna be hard when it's time to apologize for something really difficult, just because you never tried it before, you never did anything to get better at it. Yo, this might be one of the shortest gyms in gaming ever, because I am going to try this one last time, and hopefully the point gets across. But I think the concept is so simple that this doesn't have to be long. It has to be fairly short. But I know I'm like breaking it up a lot, because I'm constantly dying a lot. But I think, the concept is just that simple, right? Like, I've seen a lot of times. So, like most people who grew up in a similar spot that I grew up, we were raised by a single mother. And, something that we always wish, or at least I always wish that I got as a kid, was an apology from my father. Or at least that was my mindset. Like, an apology would make it better. That, I never received, like many people. Or at least not yet. Or at least not till today. I don't, I'm not a vengeful person, but that I never received. And most people, those kids in those situations don't receive theirs either. So that what am I apologizing for mentality starts to creep in early. You never get the apology that I don't understand, bro. This is crazy. The developers of this game need to apologize to me for doing this to me. They made this game once, and they knew back when they made it that anyone who plays this will never receive their apology, and I will be making a video talking about the art of apologizing. My goodness, man. All right. So when you have that mentality early, unfortunately, when you dislike it about somebody else or dislike certain things in other people, you kind of, if you hold on to that, you become that, right? And if you become someone who doesn't, you have the ability to be the change that you want to see. And I wanted to see a more caring world, a more caring reality, more caring interactions, especially with men. Okay, that was my fault. I'm a little eager, but especially with men. Like, I think that's important to know, like, an issue that's going on that you're not fond of, and then saying to yourself, okay, I want to be that change, because I know it's not cool when certain things happen and you never get an apology. There are several times where I apologize to people, and their responses, they talk about themselves. Like, when you apologize, they're like, you apologize, whatever, and let's just say they just act like you is, oh my God, is anything up there? They just act like you were supposed to apologize. They act like you were supposed to give them a call, or you were supposed to be the one to reach out to first and apologize because you're the one in the wrong. And I know when that situation happens, I know when people get into that moment or come across those scenarios, because I'm sure we all have, I know it's super annoying. Trust me. If anybody knows that, I know that. It is mad annoying when you do right and someone who's wronged you when you're trying to be a bigger person, they act like, yeah, yeah, like, I deserve, you deserve to apologize to me, or whatever the case, whatever. It's mad annoying because you're the one trying to be the bigger person, and sometimes people just legitimately, and I hate to say it like this, but they don't deserve your kindness. And I know that's how you feel. Trust me, I get it. If anybody gets it, I get it. It's I've done so much for a lot of people, and have shown kindness and mercy to a lot of people in a lot of scenarios that, quite frankly, they didn't deserve it. At least they didn't deserve any kindness or anything from me. But that's cool. I'm not gonna let anyone else disrespect or ignorance or rudeness, make me change up, right? Because then they win in that scenario. The art of apologizing, the beauty of it is, it's not about you. It's not about you. And if you can accept that, then that's like one of the dopest things ever. Because now you realize that what other people do when they do wrong, or they, aren't doing good, when other people are doing bad, it's not about you. So you can continue to be you and just keep being you, keep being nice, keep being. Oh snap! I should have saw that coming, yo. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And if you can get over that, if you can get over what other people are doing, it makes it so much easier for you to just go, you know what? Hey, I feel like I might have hurt your feelings, or I might have did something that I personally am not fond of. I apologize for it. Man, that goes a long way. A long way. That's huge. And again, a lot of people don't get that. Some people never, ever receive an apology. You know how crazy that is to consider? Like, just waiting and wanting someone to give them an apology, and they don't get it, they don't receive it. Let's be patient. Okay. Eat. Alright. Eat. That's huge, man. That builds up a lot of anger and a lot of unnecessary hate, just hate towards a specific person. And when you tie something to a specific person, you start to categorize those people. You start to form groups in your head. You start to bucket people, and that hate builds for a group of people. This is how yo. Yo. This is how hate spreads, and you have the ability to stop hate. Not this game, but absolutely this as well. Just by being kind, you have the ability to stop hate. Just by being kind. And just apologizing for little things. Just go, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. And there's water under the bridge. People will respect you more for it, but more importantly, you can move on from situations a lot easier if you just say to yourself, or if you just take 2 seconds out your day and just say, I'm sorry. You'd be surprised at how huge that is. I do it often, and I apologize often means I make mistakes often, which is true. And the people who I apologize to accept me for making mistakes because they know I own up to it. So, I can't keep going. This is crazy. I wanted this to be short anyway. I think this is the perfect way to end it. But yeah, man, y'all take it easy.